Welcome back, everybody. We are going into basically just go all in, put all my money in, and trying to get the last remaining essence I need because there is a secret in this hollow wall here.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
What the?
You just broke in on their parade.
Wait, what?
Excuse me.
Okay, brightness.
Basically, I just broke in on a funeral, killed the 2 attendees, and am now desecrating the corpse to invade its memory so I can kill it a second time.
Oh,
Let's just... Ow!
Let's
Will
do
I
this.
ever,
Boy.
will I ever catch a break? Not even in your dreams.
So this is the failed champion. What we are seeing here is
A
see if I
big
can get into
boy.
it. Yeah, here we go. Yep, and I will. Dang it. So basically, what we have here is there are dream refights. They kind of are like warrior. Wow.
Oh,
These
jeez.
The shockwaves are fine. If I get hit by him directly, though, it'll deal 2 damage.
Oh,
Fuck.
like
Oh,
Oh,
God.
fuck.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
he is
so
not
anyway,
happy.
So, yeah,
And that-
okay,
oh, okay.
okay, I'm gonna heal here.
Whew.
So yeah, these are dream refights. There are 2 that I know of in the base game, and then in the knock these at him. And then in one of the DLC they added in 2 more dream fights, but I'm gonna avoid those for now. Oh jeez.
Okay.
And because honestly, if I kill the 2 base dream, if I kill the base 2 dream boss fights, that'll be more than enough to get me the final upgrades I need for the ultimate ending. But yeah, these are basically harder versions of bosses we've already fought before.
Yeah, because I remember this guy from way back in the beginning.
Oh yeah. But yeah, definitely, even though he is still the first boss fight, as you can see, they usually add in a couple new gimmicks that can make the boss fight a little bit harder, so definitely do not underestimate them.
Yeah, because I distinctly remember doing at least one of these refights, and ugh, that one I kept getting my ass handed to me left and right.
Oh boy.
They're,
Oh.
they're definitely the kind of boss fights, especially this one and the other one we're doing, they're the kind of boss fights that it is very quickly to, if you get overconfident, they will very quickly level you down if you're not very careful.
Yeah.
There we go.
Get
Just a few more hits. And I think after that he just needs to whack the floor a few more times,
Do it.
and then that should be enough.
No.
Oh.
Whoops.
He caused his
Alright.
own downfall. Literally.
Get back to this.
Ow.
Every time.
Oh, what a terrible nightmare.
Oh.
And then I get to read his mind a little bit.
Really?
I wanted the strength to protect others.
Poor guy.
Except,
When I saw that knight sleeping safe in his big armored shell,
right,
What?
the original owner of the armor.
Oh.
it wasn't madness that drove me to it. I just wanted it.
So yeah, the knight, that knight that we were fighting, that wasn't... So there was a knight, and that was him. There was a knight that used to serve the king. Then he fell asleep, and then this guy killed him, took his shell, and started wielding it to try and protect others, and then, yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Huh.
thank you, Bugkind, because that can actually happen. Anyway, I'm heading to the ancient basin to do 2 things. One is, I forgot about this. A true servant gives all for the kingdom. Basically, I'm going to dump a bunch of my money into this fountain. It says dump all of it, but it only dumps in a certain amount. Like, it dumps in, like, a maximum of 3,000. And if you dump in a max of 3,000 geo, there is another mana vessel shard. The
Oh,
last
wow.
one.
There you go.
You completed it.
So now I can... So basically, between all those 3 dots, I have the potential to store up... I have the potential to store an entire second gauge of mana. Anyway, here we go.
This one.
This is the one that James fought. We're fighting the empty vessel again.
Oh, wow. I don't remember this guy.
He was someone we fought just before getting the double jump.
Right.
And,
Okay.
Careful.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
okay, screw this. I'm just gonna go down.
Ah.
Well,
Oh,
okay.
oh,
there- okay. Never mind.
Well, I thought he
Oh.
could make it. He just...
Let me back in there.
You tried too
No,
many
no,
times.
no one
You
is-
need a break.
Nobody saw that. Let's try that again.
Yep.
That was pretty
You
much
know.
that right there was pretty much the equivalent of freaking SpongeBob and Sandy skydiving and
Oh, wait a
just,
minute.
Not
yeah.
parakeet.
Oh, okay. I remember him now.
Manic.
Ow.
Yeah, lost kin. And
Ow.
he is going to be summoning a lot more ghosts, summon a lot more acid piles, and as you can see, is much faster than he was before.
It's a borderline bullet hell section.
Yep, because those ghosts are going to be spawning much faster as you're seeing. So that what makes
jeez.
this. So definitely, what makes this fight harder for James and I is they don't, even when he's stunned, they do not give you a lot of opportunities to heal, where you aren't in danger at all times.
Yeah, because you got those little ghosties coming towards you.
And him.
Yeah, but I mean, while he's stunned, he still has those ghosts to contend with.
Oh, cool. That's why I have this charm that spawns little mushroom spores. They're very weak, but even one bit of damage is enough to stop the ghost, so it can give me kind of a little shield to protect myself in.
Right. It helps take
good.
out distractions if nothing else.
Right. Once again, just kind of a boss where you want to try and goad him into attacking above you, and definitely sees every opportunity to heal whenever possible.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I've
I'd
seen
recommend you only heal like one square, because it doesn't look like he gives you enough time to do 2 of them.
That's true.
Yeah, see?
I probably could have dodged that if I'd moved fast enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of I'm getting a little too aggressive here. Oh,
Yeah, you're getting
There we go.
There you go. You know what partially helps there is that Logan actually had the upgraded nail on him, so...
oh, absolutely. I mean, that's also the thing, is definitely treat these as end game bosses. And there we go.
Okay.
He gives me a calm little salute because he was silent and away. But with that, I now have over 1,800 essence, and now I can access the ultimate ending.
Yay,
go
just
back
enough
to here.
to start the bug apocalypse.
Whew.
I have the dream nail. More than 1,500 essence. The dream nail is so close to fully awakening. But again, just do these sequentially, otherwise we would have just jumped to it at this point.
Yeah.
It's not even by 15,000 you get the...
Yeah, there it is. So once I show her that I have 1,800 essence, which will be like, wait, let me see that again. Oh crap, I forgot about it. Okay, yeah, good.
Yeah.
let's
Wait,
see.
I'm sorry, I did the math wrong. I accidentally carried the 4 instead of the 7.
Imagine if like oh, what did I get? Oh yeah, the last mask shard.
Oh,
Oh,
sweet.
yeah.
So now we have full health.
Nice.
9 masks. But also, I'm just now imagining, like, could you imagine if some aura person was like, your aura is, we need to carry over the 7, divide by 2, multiply by a score of 8, and you're like, the hell does 8 mean? I don't know. Read it as you will.
Oh no, wait! I forgot to take into account the decimals.
I'm a seer, not a mathematician.
I was
That
gonna
is
say.
true. But yeah, with that said, we will now fully raise aloft the awakened dream nail.
I have the power!
And now we can awake the dreamfish. I mean, what?
This is the dream nail. The main thing it does, it really has no other purpose besides the ultimate ending. This will allow us to crack into the most protected mind, which is what we're going to need to do if we need to take on a god that resides in the realm of dreams.
Right. We need
However-
to.
Also, did I
We
say
need to-
dreamfish? I meant to say windfish.
We still
Same
get
thing.
your meaning.
Go ahead, Gui.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need to get into the mind of the king.
No, not yet. Not quite. We actually need to get into the mind of the Hollow Knight. Because that's the
Right.
thing that's trying to store the corruption away. And with that said, we can now head... Again, that's just the sound it makes. Anyway, I'm back here.
Ooh.
Because there was this corpse. This entrance here, it didn't used to be like this. This used to be the king's castle. And it's time for us to pay him a visit.
This looks like something that would actually belong in freaking Super Paper Mario. Like, I think back to Bleck's
I
Castle.
think I see that.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
This is one of the king's elite guard. He does 2 damage per hit, so be very careful.
For a minute,
The
I was
way
thinking
he
himself.
started, before he. What the?
He's a
Oh.
void being.
Well
almost
then.
almost no bugs truly resided here. Only the void beings that served under the king.
But yeah, I get what you were saying, James. I love how he was just kind of like stomping his foot at first. He's like, dang it, dang it, dang it.
Yeah, he was literally having a temper tantrum before he started beating the shit out of you.
Why can't I have a nail like that?
Oh crap.
Oh.
It It was only 5 minutes away from going on break, and then you have to show up. Anyway. Also, these flying things, they are invincible, and those flying things are invincible and only exist to allow me a platform to whack off of.
Gotcha.
Pardon?
But
They're
Pogo
basically footstools.
No, I was poking fun at his choice of wording there.
I know, that's why I said pogo off of.
There
So,
you
yeah,
go.
well, oh, geez, another one of these.
Another one.
Dang it, I was just about to have my coffee break.
Dude.
Thank you.
And you come traipsing in
Oh.
here.
Do we
Also, just go ahead.
do we see any more? Because I have a joke for the next one.
Yeah, you will. But also, just thinking off the top of my head as you listen, like, I do love this music. It honestly... Hang on, let me listen a bit.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
It reminds me of an old... It reminds me of an old PC game and thus an old TV show that I don't know if anybody's ever heard of. It was Disney published. It was called Nightmare Ned.
I've heard the name
I-
before.
That
don't
that
think
sounds
I'm-
familiar.
I don't think I'm familiar with it at all.
I actually almost wonder if Disney Plus has it on. But yeah, it used to
I
be
doubt
an
it.
old... It was like a failed pilot, but it was this old like pilot for a kid who had nightmares. You guys have any memories?
Yeah.
I am a king. Oh, that's right. I have the mark of the king now.
Yeah,
All right.
that's right. They bow
Yeah,
to
damn
you.
Then why were the other ones trying to beat the crap out of us?
Because they're void beings,
Oh,
I guess, and maybe
then
those are
somebody
bugs.
saw
Oh Jesus!
Oh yeah, I guess I should get around to that. Yeah, the big thing of this place is some kings have moats, other kings played Super Meat Boy.
Okay, because I was about to say, it's like, then suddenly saw blades.
Because
Yeah?
welcome everybody to this is where the game really ramps up the platforming challenge if you want to get to the ultimate ending.
Ooh boy. Ha ha ha.
I'm gonna try that again.
This really is Super Meat Boy.
You can also pogo off of the saw blade, so keep that in mind.
Oh,
and you can always
oops.
whack.
Oh,
you
I
can always.
think you
They're
killed
fine.
some of them.
Whoa.
Oh.
I know, and I can't. I actually probably should.
And they
I wanna
still
get the
bow to
healing.
you even after seeing what you've
Oh.
done.
Oh boy.
but yeah.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, definitely be ready for some. There even is. I'm thinking if I ever do. I'm thinking if I. I'm thinking if I ever. Jeez, I'm thinking if I ever do that bonus video. I'm thinking of showing off there is even a completely optional, even harder version of this place called the Path of Pain,
Oh god.
Oh, Lord.
and I may show that off if I ever get the chance to. Because we are planning to do that bonus video to cover some of the DLC, but just yeah, it's entirely optional. You just get maybe a little bit of some extra lore. Here, I can get this.
Okay, so all of it's just gonna be
little
one
on-
video.
That's a little on
Huh?
the nose.
I may have to. I'll probably have to split it off into multiple videos, considering how long the DLC stuff
Okay,
can be. But
That's why I was asking.
yeah, probably. Anywho, so
Dude.
otherwise, yeah. So I mean, I don't mind them having some of this platforming. I think the mobility in this game is really cool, and I like being able to really put it to some work. What do you?
I just
ahead,
don't.
we-
I just don't see myself having the patience for this.
Well, again, you can heal yourself. It's not like, and there are checkpoints, of course.
Sure, but still,
How about
to be
you,
knocked
James?
back that far, or just knocked
Well-
back at all.
I mean, I get what you're saying. It would almost be better if they just let you take the hit and then just keep moving.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Ow. So yeah, what do you think about all this, James?
I mean, it's nice to know that they actually give you an excuse to really flaunt your prowess, but at the same time, yeah, I just can't unsee Super Meat Boy.
Jeez. Wait for it. Oh yeah, especially with that old having to just
Yeet.
wall jump up things while you're stalling for time. Like, oh wait.
At the very least, this isn't a farewell story.
Oh.
Oh yeah, no, it's not. It's again, Path of Pain may be hard, maybe like Farewell Story hard, but again, that is entirely optional. And I can tell you right. And I can tell you right, because I need the mana to heal. Anyway, there, I lit up one of the lights, which is perfect. Now I just need to light up the second lamp on the other end, and then I can climb up higher to where the king is. Excuse me.
Excuse me while I take your mana.
That.
They bow themselves down, and it's like right around here, sir. And then that's where you slice them.
Oh, good of you to come, sir. Oh shit!
So, yeah. Now
9
just-
quarters
just
of
like-
this. Was it something I said?
So yeah, there we're gonna have some weird. Oh,
Oh fuck!
some more. Oh, that one always gets me. I always forget about that guy. Whoa.
You know, developers, you could not do this. I'm just saying. Like, it wouldn't physically ache you to not do this.
That being said, I guess if I could say this right now, I think the biggest fault I could have with this game in terms of its structure is that because only the stuff linked to the ultimate ending really require you to have things like the shadow dodge ability or the double jump or something like that. I think double jump is needed, but you know what I'm saying. Like another issue with the Metroidvania is it has to be fairly open ended. Like, of course, like as James mentioned, you don't want to ever be put into a position where now you can't progress forward because you missed out on the opportunity, or it would suck if you went through an entire dungeon only to realize, oh, you need this move from a land that's 7 miles that way.
Yeah.
So go all the way back.
That
so because of that. Right, so this game does avoid that. However, the way it avoids that is very few things really require the shadow dodge, for instance, or very few things really require some of your spells because the game has to be designed with the assumption that you would completely miss out on those because they're optional.
Right.
And I guess what I'm trying to say is I would love if there was more options or more areas that had the powers designed into them, because like the shadow dodge is neat and I like being able to feel like I really have earned something, but you only really get to really feel like you've earned that thing for maybe a fifth of the game and then it's done.
I mean, honestly, with the shadow dodge, to its credit, at least it looks like it has more functionality than just being something that lets you slip past certain areas you couldn't. Like, it's useful for at least dodging enemies and all that.
Oh shit!
Dodging any form of damage for that
Okay, I was
matter.
about to say, that's not too far back.
Oh yeah. Also, another thing is the acid swim ability. That's a completely optional ability, and I think that maybe having bosses or things that in such a way are structured that hey, maybe there's a boss that spews acid, and fortunately, if you have the acid swimming ability, you can completely it allows you to feel like you really have grown past that.
So basically, what you're saying is the game's big problem is that it's too open-ended.
I guess so. Yeah. But I mean, I can think of a lot. I can think of a lot of examples of games that have something like that, where when it's open and like, how about this? Here's an example. And don't get me wrong. I still love the game, Breath of the Wild. So, Breath of the Wild, after you leave the plateau, you never get any new the boomerang or the hook shot or anything else, because since it has to be super open ended. Every single shrine from the start of the game to the end has to be made around those 4 runes and nothing else. And I would
whatever
have loved to
weapons you can be able to have access to.
Right. And I would have loved to have been able to earn more runes throughout the game, so I could maybe give me a rune that.
Well, you can earn you can earn upgrades to your runes.
True, but you know what I'm saying, where it's like, I guess, but you know what I'm saying, where it's like, I guess, I would love, I probably should, I need to hit that guy first and then fly past him, but yeah, so you know what I mean, like in the sense of it would have been cool if it was a little more linear, because one of the cool things about Zelda is you have this you feel like you're growing stronger as you acquire new equipment and stuff.
Right.
I would say that level of growth is still in Breath of the Wild. It's just not as traditional as the other games have it.
Right. It plays it much differently, and I mean,
yeah.
Look, say what you will about it. I don't think I don't feel like the whole issue of the weapons being degradable is the worst thing in the world. I agree that it didn't need to be that way, but at the same time, maybe it wasn't so bad for me because once I started getting the more powerful weapons, those started spawning a lot more often, to the point where it didn't really feel. I didn't feel like I was starved for that kind of stuff.
Honestly, I would say the way that, typical Zelda games, they kind of reward you with new powers. I would say with Breath of the Wild, your sense of reward is just more so giving you more knowledge and confidence about the world around you, so that way you do feel that you're a much better explorer and hero now that you know the ins and outs of a lot of these things. Basically proving your competence, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Basically, the world is only so harsh at the beginning because you barely know anything about it. Once you start knowing the ins and outs of it, it just becomes easier as a result.
The growth is more personal than then the game, like, the growth is more personal because the game gives you all these options as to how to pursue each challenge.
Right.
So you think, oh, maybe I should use this instead, or maybe I can use a rune in this particular manner to do this thing instead of what
I
the
see
game
that.
may intend for me.
Yeah.
True.
I guess
that's-
one thing I'll definitely say is that, well, you know what? Never mind. We'll leave that talk for another Zelda time. We're still playing
True.
Hollow Knight, and well, next
Yes.
part we're pretty much going right to the finale.
Yep. So
Yeah.
this is it.
We're just
We're
about done
in-
with this game.
I know it's been a long, fun little journey. So, yeah. So in the next part, we're going to be finishing off the White Palace or whatever. Collect the final mark we need, and with that, we're pretty much at the end game. We're just gonna knock this sucker out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Join us then.
See you guys there.
Aye.